prophet's coming for you. 3, 4, Luke's at your door. 5, 6, better watch his clips. 7, 8, prophet stays up late. 9, 10, who will they offend?
Microphone check. 1, 2. This is the Social Prophet, and I'm back at it. This is the Halloween episode. I'm always super excited to do a Halloween episode, but I was supposed to have a guest with me, as you know, Lackawanna, the suburban sellout, as I like to call him, but I don't need him. I'll do it by myself, because there's so much shit to talk about, I actually don't even know where to start. I'm just going to get right to it. I know nobody cares about anything but the hot topics. So, I was going to talk about Andrew Tate, but since Lackawanna wanted to talk about Kanye, I figured I'd talk about Kanye. And Kanye... Oh! Holy shit!
Yeah, why'd you cut my arm off, bro?
Dude,
That's
what you get for creeping up on me at the Prophet
You
Lands.
didn't think I was gonna be here? We're talking about Kanye.
Normally I had Casey to back me up. Remember last year with Hit?
Yeah, that's right.
I got here as fast as I could, dog.
Yeah, but Casey ain't here. But
Nope.
but welcome back to the Prophet Lands, everybody. Give him a howl. How about that? But holy shit, dude. We see, it takes too long to podcast or to get set up.
To get it going.
So
There's a lot going on. It was a special Halloween episode.
Yeah,
Let's get this shit rolling.
Yeah, dude. Ain't not gonna stop us. But you know what I mean? What's on your mind? What type of
Kanye,
vibe?
dude. The
Yeah,
Kanye
that's what
interview.
you're eager to talk about,
Yeah,
right?
you sent me that this morning, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, Yee for president."
Did you listen to the whole thing?
I did.
Me too,
I
most of
listened
it.
Pretty much. They took it down. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, they
shit.
took it down.
Huh.
Yeah, probably Charlemagne, because you sent me that thing where a dude like called and apologized.
Noriega was apologizing.
Yeah, Noriega called.
Be honest, I support freedom of speech. I support anybody, not being censored, but I do not support anybody being hurt. I did not realize that the George Floyd statements on my show was so hurtful. And you got to realize it was the first 5 minutes of the show. Like when he walked in, he told my producer, he said that if he'll stop filming, that he'll walk out. So I didn't want a Birdman moment. I didn't want a Birdman moment with y'all, where Birdman walked out.
Yes, sir. I want to start this shit off straight, telling all three of y'all stop playing with my name.
Let's go on there. Let's go.
Stop playing with my fucking name.
Let's
do it on camera.
Stop playing with my name. I ain't
go
gonna
right
say
on
it no
in.
more. Nigga, when my name come up, respect it.
Let's go.
Stop playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more.
So why come here?
I did it already. I'm here. So what's happening?
I mean, it's all good, but I'm saying
here.
why?
And I'm here. What's happening?
I'm all good, but I'm
Well,
saying
just
why
say
come
that,
here
man.
just
Look,
to
I'm
curse
here.
us
What's
up?
happening, man? I wanted to see you. I wanted to talk to you and your man in your face.
Absolutely.
You understand me? I knew a few places you was at. I could have pulled up, but I don't think that was gangster. I wanted to come look you in your face like a man and tell you how I feel.
Okay.
You understand me? Straight up like a man.
So what's the issue?
No sugar. Ain't no issue. If it was an issue, you'll feel me. I just come to let y'all know, stop, put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.
Did you pull up on Ross that way or Trick Daddy?
Man, I'm pulling up on you, nigga.
So is Noriega the rapper?
Yeah, he's like
a
one of my
rapper.
favorite rappers,
Oh,
actually.
really?
Yeah.
He's cool. He seems like a cool ass.
He
dude.
is cool, and like he was saying, excuse me, he was calling into a bunch of places and saying basically like, I believe in free speech.
Yes.
But here, what was your overall takeaway from the Kanye interview?
I thought that he like really went in hard with how he feels about it, and like I think that he's really riding that anti-Semitic thing for shock value. he's definitely not really anti-Semitic, but he's saying those things and he's riding that vibe. That's what he said.
So you don't think he's anti-Semitic?
No, I just think he's pointing out how, like, the rich people in Hollywood and the rich people in the industry and the rich people in the media are controlling everything.
Sorry.
And like he was explaining it real well when he was talking about like they would take like a talented black man from the hood, like whether it was a rapper or a basketball player, and they'd like squeeze the shit out of him. You know, they'd make so much money off of it.
Oh my god. Sorry, dude.
No one probably even heard anything.
I know. It was the wrong way, or it was the wrong way. I don't know how it got turned in the wrong way or something.
I kicked it a couple times. Cut my arm off. Probably. I'll take the heat for it.
That's all right. Hold on, I'm just gonna start this back on. Or not just on. So overall, what was your takeaway from the Kanye podcast? Just overall, and we'll get into the details of it and like all that, because I have a lot of things I have to say about it, but I want to hear your take on it.
I think
first.
overall he was like just getting gutsy and ballsy and fucking crazy. Not like in like an insane way. He was just really expressing how he felt about the whole situation.
First question.
And the whole anti-Semitic thing, and how he was like, I think he's just riding that for shock value.
How,
you know what I
how
mean?
much?
Just to
On a
get
scale
people's-
of 1 to 10, how much does he really believe it? And how much is it just total shock value, knowing how to manipulate the media and just, you know, because like I was telling you,
I think it's about 10. I think he knows exactly what he's doing. Like, he's not anti-Semitic.
Oh, okay, yeah,
You know what
right.
I mean? And, like, he's just saying those words to get attention, just like that White Lives Matter shirt.
Yeah.
You know, like, and he was stating the obvious that white lives matter more than black lives.
Yeah.
And he said it in the interview, too, yo. He was like, by me saying white lives matter, I'm not saying that black lives don't matter. And the one dude was like, oh, yeah, that's all we need you to say.
Yeah.
They got all drunk towards the end, so it was kind of like... But he holds his liquor well.
I know, he was drinking a
Kanye.
lot.
Yeah, dude, he holds his liquor well.
Yeah, and as for, dude, you know what was my favorite? Dude, this is actually, he said actually one of my favorite quotes that I think he made up of all time. He said, dude, when he said... This shit, like, moved me, dude, when he said this shit. And I'm not a Kanye groupie, but this was a fucking powerful quote.
I don't know if it's the same one, I think.
He said, I'm not out of control. I'm just not in their control.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a heavy
good
fucking
one.
quote,
Yeah, it is,
dude.
And that's exactly it. And that's what I mean. Like, he was going hard and, like, what my teeth just came out. But, like, I got my extra teeth in. Ladies and gentlemen out there in the podcast land watching this shit.
Yeah.
And I got my backup in it, and it's fucking split in half, so that's why I got a new one, but the new one broke, so this one broke a little bit. Now they fall out on the S's and the L's and the
couple
different letters, yeah.
And
What was I talking about?
Well, I was just saying, fuck, what was I
How he
talking
was
about?
going in. Oh, it was crazy how he was going in on, like, the politics behind the Kardashians and how that one dude was basically representative of the Democratic Party. Corey, yeah.
Of black
and he was
people.
like, just, yeah.
I know, it's like a struggle, too, if, like, you believe them or not.
And he was talking about how, like, having publicists and shit, how they're, like, telling you what to do, and they're talking behind your back.
I believe
and
that.
they're like, oh, he shouldn't do this, he shouldn't do that. He's like, fuck that. Like, I'm going to say what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
And a lot of the shit that he's saying, I think he doesn't believe.
Yeah, because, like, you know...
On purpose. He's using shock terms, but he's really pointing out the hierarchy and the entertainment and the media industry.
Yeah, I think he's kind of just, like... Well, because he also said slavery wasn't a choice.
When you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. Like, you was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all?
We have to deal with the marginalization that has come from the 400 years of slavery that you said for our people was a choice. And brother, I am unbelievably hurt by the fact that you have morphed into something, to me, that's not real.
Yeah.
That was a big quote from him, too.
Right.
And this year, it's the All Lives Matter.
The White Lives Matter.
Yeah, White Lives Matter.
Yeah.
And, you know, it did suck for Nori because Nori actually challenged him on the George Floyd thing. too late in the podcast,
Yeah.
like he was saying, you know, because I actually when at the end when he was pushing back saying like we know white lives matter.
Like even when you said, George Floyd, and you said George Floyd, and you said I could prove that somebody wasn't on his neck. We don't even care about that yet.
Because we don't care.
But let me finish. We black people, we Black Panthers, we fucking the people that you gotta fuck with. We fucked with you when it was time for you to say that it's to fuck with you. We wanna continue to follow you. We do. You are yay. But when the white lives matter, we know white lives matter. We know that. But black lives matter when we are getting killed every fucking single day. We have to notice that.
But since that happened, we haven't got killed less. We got killed more. We broke more shit up.
And Kanye, Kanye kind of had a confusing. See, the problem with me with Kanye, like he likes to use designer brands as like examples. He'll try to prove his point by being like, and then Apple, took over Balenciaga.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah. Then you're like, that has nothing to do with me.
They're out of touch analogies.
Yeah.
They're out of touch from the normal folk.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like, okay, so. And just like in 2015, he had this in one of his epic moments with Sway in the Morning, right? And Sway, I'll play this right here for everybody real quick.
And let me create more. Or do you want to marginalize me till I'm out of my moment?
Or why don't you empower yourself and don't need them and do it yourself?
How, Sway?
Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers.
Kanye.
You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
Kanye.
I've been doing this more than you.
Doing what
you ain't got,
me? Come on, chill out.
You
bro.
ain't got the answers.
Kanye,
you ain't got the answers.
I'm asking you.
You
a
ain't
question.
been doing the education,
bro.
You ain't been doing the education.
Kanye, calm down.
You don't have the answers though.
Calm down.
Because you trying to give me advice about something. You ain't got the answer. You ain't spent $13 million of your own money trying to empower yourself.
Yes, but I spent hundreds of thousands and putting out clothing lines at a smaller degree. All I'm asking you,
and it ain't no Ralph though. It ain't Ralph level.
Let me ask you this: I'm asking
what's the name of your clothing line? We don't know.
Kanye,
you know what I'm saying?
Because I lost money, but that's not
exactly. And I could lose money on a higher level too.
And that's
don't
what
think
I'm
just
asking
because. Don't think because I got the most or the least money.
Let me finish my question, dog.
Man, man.
Let me hear the question.
You don't have
man.
the answers.
I'm asking you for the answer. It's a question. Why is it that you can't? You have money.
I just told you I lost the money because I did not have the knowledge of how to do it the right
money.
way.
So you don't have the money to do it. That's your answer. You ain't got to turn up, man. This ain't no fucking show, man. I'm talking to you as a homie.
No, it ain't no homie, man. Because the thing is, the bottom line is,
man, everybody. You ain't got to turn up you ain't got to. Hold up. You disrespect.
Ain't no hold up.
Listen, bro.
Ain't no hold up.
It ain't got to be no hold up. I'm asking you a question.
Ain't no hold up.
I'm asking you a question.
Ain't no hold up.
What do you mean it ain't no hold up, man? We here talking as civilized people. I'm trying to understand your world because when I go to your concert, I'm curious about what you're saying.
A couple weeks ago, Kanye came out, and because he's like doing it by himself now, or since then.
Yeah.
And then they're like, so what do you have to say about Sway?
So Sway, almost 10 years ago, said, man, why don't you do it on your own? Was he right?
You know what? I will go ahead and say Sway had the answer. I know people are going to be like, no.
Okay.
But I do think it's, like you said, it's
now he's doing it himself.
Yeah, but it's like, you said.
But I remember from that TMZ interview too, that's whenever like my nut dropped for Kanye.
I love everyone. How many people are feeling, how many people felt something that I said today? Raise a hand if you felt something that I said today.
It wasn't like I don't fuck with his music. I don't fuck with his fashion shit. I don't fuck with anything. I didn't fuck with him until that TMZ interview, dude. Because like I could tell he was trying to get something across that he was having trouble articulating what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
You know, like he was going through, and he was just coming out of like being heavily medicated and all that shit.
Yeah.
So like there's reason for it, but like some of the shit, there was like pieces in there that like made sense when he was talking about like the jailhouse and how there was something good about how like white people and black people work together in there to a degree.
Yeah, well,
you know?
I want to break down a couple things he said in it. Instead of
In
just
the
dancing.
TMZ one?
No,
Oh,
the
and
Drink
okay,
Champs.
okay.
All right, so like my beat, like, and like, I don't agree with him with the George Floyd thing.
Right.
You know?
Well, I thought, dude, I could have sworn he said he saw that in a documentary.
He did.
Well, then it wasn't like his thing. He was just saying, like, I saw this in a documentary.
Marking, 5, take 1.
This was the second time he exhibited that behavior, 11 months earlier.
Mark.
I've never been so hurt inside. And even as I'm speaking to you right now, it's starting to come back.
This is an autonomous zone.
23 out of 24 hours in a cell. No TV, no magazines, no books, no nothing.
So anytime a customer brings a counterfeit bill, and you see we have plenty of them, we tell them, hey, this is counterfeit. If the customer insists, then we call the police.
How did you feel watching the trial?
I thought it was a sham.
You guys, in many ways, were some of the people that were the closest to him. And I don't remember seeing your faces on the news or anybody talking to you, so I guess let's just start with that. You guys knew him best, so who was George Floyd?
Yeah.
You know, and that's what the documentary was saying, and they were taking it as his words.
Well,
that's kind of fucked up.
Because people were like a little confused on it, and like I'm not that like up on it, but I think overall the premise is that like they found fentanyl, I never can say it right, fentanyl, whatever, in his system.
Right.
Okay, so people were saying that that's what he died from, that he actually didn't die from the knee, you know,
And
but
that
like
was in a documentary.
But as a black person, if it was
that in a documentary?
yeah, that whole incident.
Okay.
And I guess I have to watch the documentary. I never seen it, so I can't even comment on it. But if I was a black person, or even me, it wouldn't even matter if it was fentanyl or his knee, because like that scene was just like fucked up, and that's what they're talking about, like that incident. And then it's annoying when people bitch, right? Like people bitch. It's annoying hearing it if you're white, but that's the only way you get shit done.
Yeah.
And my dad will always throw that in my face, because one time it must have stuck with him or something. Because my dad, I was bitching or something about that, and I was like, yeah, but back in the day or whatever, like with war, the only way you can get shit done is by fucking burning shit down.
Yeah.
So when it comes to fucking, it's almost like. You know what I mean? I don't even remember where my point was with that. But basically, like, black people, regardless of what happened, they're pissed about that. And if they don't, they have to make
It's
noise.
just crazy that they take that out of the entire interview, and then they take the interview down. Whenever they weren't even like his own
But it's like
words. Like, it was obvious he was just regurgitating something that he saw in a documentary.
But wearing a shirt to when you're black and you represent a community, or and saying white lives matter in a time like now, that's pretty fucking extreme, dude. That's enough to be mad at him if you're a fan.
Yeah.
If it
Were
said,
you mad at him?
If it said no, I'm not. But if it said all lives matter, that'd be a little different. But just the whole like white lives matter, he's obviously trolling and trying to make people mad. Is all I'm saying. Like it's an obvious he's trying to make you mad.
Yeah. And he's almost like proving a point that something that little. And I remember him. He was talking. I think it was in the Tucker Carlson interview, and he was talking about how like he stole the show with
the
that.
Tucker interview.
Like they were, like how he stole the show. Like he was at some fashion fucking week or whatever, and it was some big fashion show and shit, and all this shit was going on. And then, like, you didn't hear anything about that on the news. Like, I didn't know that was happening.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, Kanye was there with an All Lives, or, White Lives Matter shirt, and now, like, everyone knows about it.
Yeah.
Like, he's just really good at, I mean, he sounded sincere when he was like, I will die. Like, he was going hard, dude.
And then like
he's like, y'all motherfuckers can shoot me. Like,
yeah.
He was saying, he's like, I'm putting my life on the line and shit, saying all this stuff.
Well, like I was saying to you, because like when your wife leaves you, you don't give a fuck anymore. And when they're trying to take away your kids and you're getting manipulated, but like with Kanye, he doesn't help himself. Like he's one of those people that like when you have a friend and like you're like, you know what, bro, like you get in your own way. So Kanye will use the media to his advantage and then cry when it puts him at a disadvantage. But he's the one that's doing it. Like when I was talking to Relahan Fatty, shout out Mike, he's going to be on an episode. It's going to be a crazy fucking episode. But when he was trying to tell me about, I'm like, hey, I have followed Kanye since he was like making beats, basically. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you've been on it.
Yeah, forever. And it's like, so I know how he thinks and I know how he moves. And you know what I'm saying? So I just know. And then in 2 years, he'll change, or I don't know, dude. You know, like, it's hard. But to get that mad at him is falling into the media's trap. You know? So it's almost like you could put him on this pedestal of like, care about it. But guess what? If they didn't highlight it, nobody would even know he fucking said it.
Yeah.
Right, you know what I'm saying? It's like you push it.
Yeah.
Like you're the one who makes it bigger than it really fucking is. Yeah. Hypothetically, if Kanye just spit his shit on Drink Champs and, you know, even like a smaller podcast, 50,000 people listen to it, so what? They make it bigger.
Yeah, they do. And they took that, like, it's kind of ridiculous they're taking that one segment, what he said about George Floyd, but he wasn't necessarily saying it. He was just saying that that's what he saw in a documentary.
Yeah, but he quoted it. Yeah, but he did say
he
like
that's what.
He agreed with it. Yeah, he wasn't like. So I watched this documentary and I don't really know what to think of it.
Yeah,
he was
that's
like,
true. Yeah, he did take it. But I mean, they took down the whole interview because of that, and he was going in hard on a lot of shit.
Yeah, and that just gets back to like Nori. Nori said he was like
should have stuck up for the whole George Floyd.
It just needed a little pushback.
It was. Yes.
And Nori had a funny quote. He was like, everybody always bitches that I interrupt guests. And the one time I fucking didn't, they're saying I should have.
Yeah.
But it's like, you got to know, like, he knew the whole time. He knew. And Charlemagne told him, don't do it. It's not worth it. And Nori came out like, I guess it's not. Because in a way, if you think about it, if you're Nori, and let's say you want to give Kanye, but, you know, Nori is going to, they're going to go through a lot of shit just for Kanye's. Like, Kanye's almost just leapfrogging, he's like using...
You could tell, because the first, 40 minutes, it was just Kanye talking. Like, nobody said anything.
Yeah.
You could tell, like, there was a presence in the studio, and they were all just letting him go.
Well, Kanye said that...
You're right, they should have pushed back on that.
Kanye said that whoever was there, Nori said they brought a camera crew, and they're like, if you turn the cameras off, we're leaving. So they put pressure. They put pressure on them to do it. Or Kanye said he was going to walk. And Birdman had this like flip out scene on Charlemagne back in the day. And Nori was like, I didn't want that to happen. Like I didn't want to like censor it or turn it off. And then Kanye flips out. And
he storms off.
So he's like, I just let him talk and shit. And he's like, I watched it. And he's like, I never watched my own shit. And I watched it and I was cringing the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, which people don't know what podcasters go through. You know, we it's more impersonal than a diary, or like artists always talk about, like, oh, it's my true feelings. Like, no, this is as real as it fucking gets.
Yeah, dude, this is different than like writing poetry and singing it on beats and shit.
But for me, sometimes like part of me will get, you know, I'm like, man, fuck, I don't want the heat and shit. Then a part of me, like the fighter in me, is like, fuck that. Like, I'm not letting them fucking silence me. Like, I'm not letting them win. Like, I'm not saying anything unreasonable. It's just my opinion.
Right.
I'm not telling people to kill anybody.
Right.
I'm not saying to fucking raid anybody like they do. Right. You know, and that's what people get pissed about. Like, the left can fucking just rant and bitch about white people and burning shit down and canceling people and attacking them, just like Tommy Lauren. This was fucked up, dude. She went to a school to talk to like some college people, you know?
Yeah.
And they were breaking down the door and fucking like screaming, and like there was like violence, and they thought there was gunshots, and Tommy had to go into a fucking...
Was it like a college?
Yeah.
It turned violent. They started pushing the officers that were guarding the door, trying to bust in the door. Somebody pulled the fire alarm. Alarms are going off everywhere. We're all basically barricaded in this room. Can't leave. I was escorted away for my safety by officers. Then we heard reports of shots fired. Apparently no shots were fired, so thank goodness for that. University of New Mexico.
I know, and the girl made a good point. She was like, you know, a lot of those college students were actually just like, you know, like intelligent or whatever, like Democrats who just wanted to hear me out and have a normal conversation.
Really?
Yeah, so like they're like everybody
they wanted, like honest discourse.
Yeah, and like so these college students are attacking the other college students, thinking there's like some cult rally, but really it's just like people wanting to debate and discourse with each other, and they're fucking breaking through the door, screaming, mega.
Bad eggs.
Yeah, dude.
That's what always happens.
That's out of control, and it's like you can't say anything, and they think you're some MAGA person.
Yeah, right.
You're not allowed to say that's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know?
You should be allowed to say when something's fucked up.
And that is fucked
if
up.
someone tries to silence you for it.
But dude, you know how
it's crazy, dude.
You know, all right, sorry.
Yeah, you got lists.
So fucking you know, I said I wanted to do like deepest quote of the week or something. This ties into what we're saying. So segue, Jay. This isn't even really like my deepest, but I had an epiphany. Okay, and it's made people. Somebody may have said this before, and this is like no shit, but this is like it just hit me one day. I might even fucked up the words. I was like thinking about it, and I was like, the left manipulates everybody to hate the country because they say they're the change. So they're constantly making everything sound worse, look worse, because like their pitch is like, we're gonna change that.
Yeah.
So like that's why they're always fucking like leaning into all that shit, because it's votes.
Yeah, that's all they
Change
care
is
about.
votes, you know? And then the Republicans, this is what's fucked up. I think the biggest mistake Republicans made was fucking the abortion thing.
Yeah.
They fucked up on it, because now, like, it's like you're like, I was going to even post, like, I don't even understand. Like, if I voted and I voted a little red, maybe I voted some red, you know? Like, so am I, like, sticking up? Because I don't believe in the abortion thing at all.
Yeah.
I actually think that's way worse than anything I'm annoyed about on my side, because I'm just annoyed about free speech and like they don't let anybody talk and shit. Like I'm cool, pro gay, pro all that.
That almost like just makes the right even more extreme. You know,
Yeah.
they're always pushing the right like to the extremities, and the people that were in the left or they were more right middle.
Yeah.
like that might pull them a little bit more towards the left.
Yeah.
but like there really needs to be a middle, dude. The middle needs to be spoken.
Well, dude,
for.
every time, like every fucking time I get to corner like a lefty or a Democrat, you know, and I bring up this shit, they're like, "You're right, that's fucked up." And I'm like, "I know, but like they know too."
Yeah, they just don't care.
Yeah.
Like, they have to pick one side or the other.
Right.
Dude. It's the evality.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
Evality?
Yeah.
Like it's not evil. It's just the corruption of a two-party system. And I always think back to your dad when we were talking about communism, and we're like, yeah, it's fucking. It makes sense on paper, like it's good in theory.
Yeah,
you know what
right.
I mean? But he said it's always open for corruption though, with that reign of power. Like it's open for corruption, and now what we're seeing is that our two-party democratic system is way open for corruption.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it's corrupted, dude. Like it feels like our country's been taken over by corporate interests.
But-
and that's basically what's happening. It started happening at the Industrial Revolution.
But right-
like the fucking richest people, they were making fucking billions or millions of the time on coal,
right?
And like fucking paper and food and newspapers. They were making millions of dollars, and they started buying the politicians.
Right.
You know, so this has been going on for a long time, dude. And it's just a corporate takeover of our country.
I know.
That's what's happened. Like, that's what it is.
But sometimes you do, like when I was saying about the abortion, you do have to break it down. Like, so people have to pick, like the left or the right, and then abortion made the right really fucking extreme.
Yeah, they pushed them more.
Dude, that was a bad call on their part. And I know, like, if Fatty was here, he'd be like, no, most people think that. And, like, I don't think most people agree. Dude, like, it doesn't even make sense to make women... Oh, did you hear about that case? This woman had 4 kids. Okay, 4 kids, and if she had the kid, fuck, I don't know if this is this was like an example or it really happened, but basically this guy running like a Republican or something. I'll pull up the details.
Yeah.
That was terrible. I will, I swear. And he was basically saying that like if there were a mother with 4 kids, right? If she fucking, he is even saying that abortion is illegal in that situation, where a mother with 4 kids still wouldn't be allowed to get an abortion.
Really?
Yeah, so like what, that's the dumbest, how could you ever vote for that? Like, dude, that means like, what the fuck are those 4 kids gonna do?
Yeah.
Oh, because of that life that's not even born yet.
Right.
That's how extreme you are. That's out of control. How could you, dude? That's like sickening, actually. Like that a dude is that dumb to like think that's more important. That the kid is more important than the mother that has 4 little kids that has to get fucking. What the fuck would they do? They'd be in foster care and shit.
They'd be in foster if the mom died. You're saying?
Yeah, all 4
if
kids.
it was that's fucking crazy.
That's the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah.
And that happens. You know, a mom will have 3 kids, right? And then, you know, she can't have an abortion, and she has the kid, and she dies. Now what?
Now what?
And you have this fucking newborn kid with no mom.
And there was warning of it, and they could have stopped it if they would have aborted the baby.
Yeah, I think I showed you before that.
Or the fetus.
I don't know if we talked about this yet, but that Republican, that dude, he went in front of this, he was on one of those he was in front of a judge and they were talking. He was crying, saying how much he regrets fucking vote because some girl died or something.
Capable bill, the fetal heartbeat bill, and fetal heartbeat has been for 6 weeks now. The second week that the fetal heartbeat bill became law, a doctor called me out of Anderson. I live in Easley. A 19-year-old girl appeared at the ER. She was 15 weeks pregnant. Her water broke. And the fetus was unviable. The standard of care was to advise her that they could extract or she could go home. The attorneys told the doctors that because of the fetal heartbeat bill, because that 15-week-old had a heartbeat, the doctors could not extract. So their only choices were to admit the 19-year-old until that fetal heartbeat stopped. I asked, how long does it take to stop? She said, seconds, minutes, hours, maybe days. Or discharge. They discharged that 19-year-old. The doctor told me at that point, there's a 50% chance. Well, first, she's going to pass this fetus in the toilet. She's going to have to deal with that on her own. There's a 50% chance, greater than 50% chance that she's going to lose her uterus. There's a 10% chance that she will develop sepsis and herself die. That weighs on me. I voted for that bill. These are affecting people, and we're having a meeting about this. It took that whole week, I did not sleep. I followed up with the doctor a week later. She had heard nothing, did not know about the 19-year-old. Thank God I followed up 2 weeks later. She did return to the ER. They did extract the now non-beating fetus. What we do matters.
Thank you.
And dude, that's a bad fucking law, dude. People had to write that.
I mean, they just push that shit to divide us further and further. Like it's all manufactured divide.
But I gave people a pass to be mad at that. For a girl, you have a right to be mad at that.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Like I'm freedom of choice through and through.
You know what's funny though?
But I'm pro fucking human, man.
Yeah, pro-human.
Man, we're on the home team. I love when you said that one time.
I don't remember.
That we're on the home team.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We're on the home team.
We were talking about race somehow, and we were like,
yeah.
And you're like, we're on the home team. Like you're racist if you won't help someone of a different skin color.
Yeah, right.
Something like that.
Dude, we all have prejudices or whatever the fuck. Oh my God, I can't believe you just said that. I thought of the ultimate way to know if you're racist.
What?
There is no better way in the world. The ultimate test. Are you racist? Of if you're racist.
You won't have sex with someone.
No.
What?
There's a white. You're white. You're white.
Okay.
There's you're like, you know, by yourself running and shit.
Yeah.
You see a white 4-year-old drowning, a black 4-year-old drowning, an Indian. All the races. Just like drowning, or let's say 4 of them, like black, white, or just let's say a black and a white one.
Okay.
You know, what one do you think you would save? If you only could save one, I guess I'll even give more. Like, I'm just saying, like, would you gravitate towards your race if it was down to like a little white girl and a little black girl? Or would you grab the black girl instead of? I guess that's bad.
That's hard. I'd want
it's
both.
Deep though, right?
Like both. It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put myself in that situation and I can't. Like I can't.
You know,
I don't know what I would.
A
do.
good answer would be like it would depend on the situation.
Yeah,
you know?
it really would.
Honestly,
dude. The
like
closest one, maybe.
Yeah,
like
dude,
who's closer?
Dude, somebody.
Or would you go for the furthest one? I'd try and get both of them.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Just so we'll go with that.
But I think the one that you brought up that I just brought back up was if you don't help someone, like if you see someone in trouble.
Yeah.
You know, like on the side of the road. And it's a black person, and you like. You
no, side of the road, you guys get a pass. Don't stop. Keep going.
Yeah,
keep
that
going.
Is sketchy. Yeah,
Guys,
yeah. But like,
don't
if someone's
listen to
hurt, like if someone's hurt, like if there's a car accident, and there's like.
Keep going.
Like,
keep going. Set up. Set up. Set up. The horror movie, Halloween.
There's blood. And there's people hanging out of a car, and
Peace.
It's like a white family.
Call
and, like,
911.
If you're black and you go by and there's a white family, you don't stop.
Yeah.
You just keep going. Like, fuck them white people. They deserve it. Like, that's racist.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the same with the other way. I feel like white people went past black people, it would be fucking racist.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It's all manufactured. Like, the whole fucking idea of race is constructed. And it's constructed by Babylon to divide us. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. We're way more alike than we are different.
I know.
It's and like no matter what, like you're still pinpointing like because we're 99.8% the same. So like you're fucking focusing on not even a full percent, like a 0.2%. It doesn't matter which way you're going, you know.
I know.
It's like you're focusing on that one little thing, like when there's 99.8% of like beauty that we're all alike.
I know.
Similar.
But it's cause you know why though? Because I feel like because
because we're brainwashed.
No,
It's the programming.
Well, that too. But they sectioned us off. I get like weird mouth when I drink hot tea.
Yeah.
It's like a weird
It
cotton
depends on
mouthy.
which tea. Yeah, it's like a dry.
Dry mouth.
Kind of tangy, like metallic.
I wouldn't make out with a girl right now.
No.
I'd be like, do you remember that shit? Like, dude, I remember.
smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, like back in the like high school and shit. Fucking like you'd be all nervous and then you'd have like bad breath and shit.
Yeah.
Or like you'd like, dude, I remember. This is kind of like a little segue, I guess. Whatever. We don't have to.
Have you ever been like? Have you ever kissed a chick? And
Can I tell you my
like, pull
prime
away,
moment?
Like, ew.
Can I tell you my prime moment in life?
Yeah.
This will be fast, dude. I think like just like being like like that world. I remember like one time it was the hottest girl in fucking. It was 6th grade, so we all like went from elementary school and shit.
Yeah.
And she was like the hottest, most popular chick, you know, and just like beyond reach, I guess at the point, like the most popular chick. And somehow, like months later, me and her were supposed to meet at North Park and make out. And I remember I got to make out with her, and there was like a whole crowd of people watching, counting.
Howling?
Counting.
Oh, counting?
Yeah, because I remember like we used to do that. Like when we fucking made out,
egg each other on.
people would count to see how long you could do it. Dude, I remember.
no shit.
I remember in 3rd grade or 4th grade, we got in trouble for playing Singled Out in lunch.
that?
Remember Singled Out with Jenny McCarthy?
You get to keep 2 people. Go ahead.
Like legendary destiny.
And they'd like kiss your like. So we would like. I don't know. I don't feel like explaining Singled Out.
I remember that show.
Yeah, so we play a game like that and like kiss and shit, and we got in trouble.
Like a truth or dare. But
Yeah,
truth
truth
stuff
or
like
dare.
that. Spin the bottle. We used to play that shit.
But that was just a stupid segue. But dude.
What'd you segue off of?
Oh. Well, I just want to say something. I want to say something real
keep on
quick.
rolling.
Fucking like, isn't it funny though how we always bitch about woke people, but like this is our version of woke. Like we don't shut the fuck up either.
I know.
About our shit.
Yeah.
So like sometimes but it's almost like fun to talk about.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
But like our fucking, and it is an ideology, I guess, but it's inclusive of everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
it's love for everybody, dude. I don't give a shit. Transgender.
Yeah,
gay,
nobody can ever
bisexual,
cancel.
like,
Dude,
whatever,
we love
bro.
everybody,
dude.
And people know. People
Everybody.
know, dude.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Like
Stop it.
we're on that true unity shit. You
Mhm.
know? Like that real life fucking change the world shit.
Oh, can I tell you about a dream I had, dude?
What?
No, you're.
Yeah. Tell me about your dream.
No,
I want to hear
I
about
gotta
your
get this
dream.
off.
Yeah, no way, dude. Go for it.
Dude. I never I never remember my dreams ever, okay?
I know.
Ever, dude.
I don't either. I wrote one down recently.
I crash hard as fuck. This one was a powerful fucking dream, dude. It was probably the realest, most powerful dream I've ever had in my life, okay?
Okay, yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm excited.
Dude, just believe me on the whole thing. It's a dream, okay? It's actually pretty short, though, okay? So for some, you know how dreams jump. So let me jump a little. You know, they get crazy, you know? So for some reason, dude, we were downtown looking at the sky, okay? And it was like people everywhere and shit, okay? And so anyways, like we're looking at the sky and shit, right? And like at the time, at first I didn't know why we were looking at the sky. Then all of a sudden I'm like, it's like because God was supposed to appear.
Okay.
Okay, like some Independence
That's what all
Day
the people
shit.
were looking
yeah,
for.
yeah, God was supposed to appear. So we're looking up and shit, and it was like real intense. And all of a sudden, like lightning struck. It was like, you know, it was like boom. And I was like, see, I fucking told you. I'm looking at everybody. I'm like, I told you. I fucking told you, you know? And then all of a sudden, dude, it was like a fucking flashbang. It was like, boop. Like you know, like a flashbang.
Yeah, like real loud.
And fucking, it was like a rainbow flashbang, okay? It was like, boom. And then for like a split second, okay? Like a very split second, I was like, my anxiety was gone. My fucking, like anger was gone. Hunger was gone, just everything. Like I was totally depleted of all my feelings, all emotions, you know?
It was like a blissful feeling.
It was the most, yeah, it was like literally bliss. That just happened for a split second, like a flashbang, you know?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden fucking, it like came back and like everybody was like looking at me and shit, basically saying like fucking like I was wrong, you know? Because I remember I ran into Julie.
Because you thought the lightning was it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Then the big flashbang, and then they were like, "Oh,
told you so, told you so."
Okay, yeah.
So I at some point I like run into Julie, and yeah, that was like the vibe, you know, like I told you, and I was kind of like running, and then so I'm like scared, I'm like alone, I'm like by myself, but that was like a crazy fucking feeling. It was almost like when if you found out aliens were real, like that'd be fucking intense, like a real fucking intense feeling. And then all of a sudden I hear you, I see you. I swear to fucking God. And you're like, that was laughing gas. That's fucking bullshit. And I'm like, oh shit. And we fucking like link up, and then my dream cut out.
And that was it.
Yeah.
So it ended on that note.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great, dude. Laughing at death.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, laughing.
Yeah, I guess if like laughing gas has taught me anything, that like kind of takes you towards death.
Yeah,
it's like I don't know if that's what it is, but it's like this. Did you ever take it?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's
like wing, 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 wing.
You want to whip it?
Nah.
Oh, shit, yo. You want to have shit. Yo, this balloon almost busted, so be careful, though.
This video is fat.
This is for that crack. Right now. Diesel off that shit. No doubt. Mad diesel. Told you, be careful. Grab it,
Damn. How you doing
You're gonna be a vegetable when you're older, kid.
Fuck. His lip. Look at his lip. Chill, nigga. Chill the fuck up, bitch. You know shut up, you don't know me, nigga. I don't know you.
Look at this kid, yo. He's like a fiend.
You know, that's why I like this shit. It's gonna wake my brain up.
Hey, yo, how many people live here now, yo?
Too many.
Yo, nah, I'm only 8 and 9.
That's funny, dude.
Yeah, but
I like how I turned death into a joke.
But I fucking, yeah, well, it's almost like you didn't believe the feeling.
Oh, okay.
You know, so like now when I think about it, like I texted Julie, right? Like I texted Julie and I told her about it, and she's like,
oh, I wonder if I was just saying like that same feeling you had is the same feeling you can get from laughing gas.
No,
because it is like a fucking blissful like.
I don't know. Like I took it like in the dream, it was basically just like you were like that was because it was a bang. It was like a bang, so you thought it was almost like a government like a bomb, like laughing gas. They hit us with. Yeah, that they hit us with because it was like that, you know.
Dude,
And
you should have fucking nitrous whippet bombs.
But yeah, like when it comes to dreams and shit, like I texted Julie and I told her, and she's like, "See, God talks to you, you know." And then I was like, "No," I was like, "It's just a dream, you know."
I think you have a very close connection with the source or whatever, dude.
Well,
all that prophet shit that happens is crazy. Like,
yeah,
you guys don't even like. Some of you know.
Yeah.
But like the prophet shit is fucking crazy.
Yeah, so it's like Relihan will like, or Fatty will like kind of like fuck it up because he wants me to like predict shit. Like I'm Nostradamus.
Yeah,
and that's just
right.
not how it works.
No.
Or like how my shit, like it's not that.
No,
like I can't
it's like
force
you
it.
get into a flow with life,
Mhm.
and you get into a flow like, and whenever like I'm around you, like it like. Just like it's not predictions, it's just silly coincidences,
Right.
But a lot of them,
A
and
lot
they're
of
real
them.
crazy,
Real crazy,
like,
dude.
fucking crazy ones.
Yeah,
dude.
and it's like I just, you know.
Yeah, and Julie thinks you have a connection to God. Huh?
Yeah, well.
I believe it.
Well, yeah, because
I think we all have a connection to God.
Yeah, because Julie told me that thing, you know, about God, but I guess she was saying Mike. We call him different names. We'll say Fatty. We'll call him Fatty.
With a PH.
Yeah,
He doesn't
yeah.
like Fatty, though.
Oh, okay. What's he like?
Yeah, Relihan, Mike.
All right. But she was saying that Relihan, that basically like he just wants me to believe. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she does too.
Yeah.
You know, like for some reason they think like, you know.
No, yeah, I get it all
You
the
know?
time. And like it's always gotten down to the point of like, okay, what exactly do you want me to believe? Because I believe in Christ. I believe in the compassion and the love and everything that he taught. And like I
Yeah.
believe in, there's like different Yeshua or
What's
Yeshua. I think that's like supposedly the story of Christ actually came from Egypt, and the name of the being in Egypt was Yahshua or Yeshua or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might have made all that up.
Well,
but like, and I always ask him like, okay, so like, what do like? Cause I believe in that. Like, I believe in Christ. Like, I'm a fucking rider with Jesus.
Yeah.
You
Do you
know?
believe Jesus existed?
I think so. And I just think he was like an enlightened.
But do you think he was like
ascended master is what you could call him, and he was totally. And I think that he represents a part of humanity that we all have within us.
Right.
That ability to be compassionate and empathetic and actually remove yourself from other people's feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just to be in like a state of happiness.
Yeah.
You know?
See.
I think we all have that shit.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I guess some people don't think it's that simple or something. Like they
Yeah.
get deeper with it or something. That's like you have like more like
It's
a
the whole,
positive
like,
take
he
from
died
it.
on the cross for our sins, and like we are all sinners, and like that's where I like lose it, and like because that's what you have to do. You have to like I guess admit
Right.
in your heart that he died for our sins and that he is greater than us. But I think that he was a human being, and that's part of the story.
Right.
You know, Jesus was a human.
He was human.
And like that part of the story gets inflated into him being greater than human, that we'll never be able to amount to what Jesus did. But I think we all have that ability. We've all had moments of it. You know what I'm saying? When you help someone, like if you give someone money, you know, and you don't
Yeah.
take credit for it, or
Yeah.
like if you feel for someone because they're in a rough situation.
Yeah,
you know
that's-
what I mean? I think that's Jesus like.
Is Jesus Lee?
Lee, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Well, the problem for me, like say, Relihan and Julie want to turn me, but like I actually feel like I'm on Earth for the complete like opposite of what they're doing. Like I actually don't. I think it's all irrelevant anyways, you know, like what's important is what you're doing, okay? And like I feel like what keeps me going a lot of the time is like I do feel like a leader, or I do feel like I have a responsibility to kind of like carry my people, you know?
Yeah.
Like I don't want anybody to fall like around me. Like if you're in my circle, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want anybody, like I can't, like, if you're falling, I'm falling. Like I feel it. Like I feel
Yeah.
bad. It sucks, you know? And I even hate like when people come over and like here and there, it's more like embarrassing. Like the more they like it and like big me up and shit, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
So I understand rich people. Like I'm not rich at all, but like what I'm saying is like I understand like really rich people or just rich people because I'm not really rich people. Like how uncomfortable it kind of is around like your old friends and shit, and how you could separate and start hanging out with different people. Because if every time you're around your people, they're giving you shit for being successful, it's like I don't even want to be around y'all.
Yeah,
because you're making me feel weird about it. When really, like my message to anybody is just like wipe the bitch off every morning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because life, nothing is promised. You don't deserve, you know what I'm saying? You don't deserve anything.
Right. Be grateful for what you
and
got.
be grateful for what you got. And if what you have, just be grateful. Like, you know what? Like my work, my brain, what I put into life, this is what I got. All right. Like I like it. Or if you don't like it, do better. Or just shut the fuck up and deal with it. If you're lazy and you like TV and you're not making a lot of money and you're not going to take chances, just live with it. Be like, that's me.
Yeah, and just be okay with it.
Yeah, like
Accept yourself.
Yeah, like
Love yourself.
like my house, if it's a little messy, I accept it. Like I can't be a neat freak. So, you know, just
and you can't let it like destroy your happiness.
Yeah. I've been on a super positive vibe. Like every morning I wake up like I'm not going to be a bitch today.
Yeah.
I'm just going to work and I'm just going to like, you know what I'm saying? Like try to find the positive, and it's been landing me in fights with Mrs. Profit, which is because like people can take. We can end this on this. This is actually kind of deep. Yeah.
This is good. Yeah, no, it's perfect.
No
way! How far ago? Long ago?
I probably missed all that too.
You think it was 17 seconds it shut down?
It's just dead now.
No, it's dead.
Are we even in view? Whatever. I don't even.
Where were we?
Anyways, I just want to. We can end this here, okay?
Okay.
So basically, for anybody watching this, people have no idea what I go through. I just dude, this podcast cut off right before two like pretty epic rants, deep. Like you don't get right. We blew it.
There's some magic happening.
Twice.
Yeah, twice, and the Nikon died.
And then what I was saying, probably when it got cut off, was that like I actually get uncomfortable when people come over and they like big me up a lot and shit, and like they congratulate me, which I like, but it's like uncomfortable to me.
Yeah.
That's why this whole fucking thing is uncomfortable to me, because I actually don't like the praise. I do, but I don't.
Yeah.
It's almost like
when he speaks, and you'll be blessed. Disobey him. It is.
Wow, you're looking at me. Look down. You see that, right? On my laptop down here. Subscribe. Support. Seriously, you know, we work our asses off to supply content to you. So pay it forward, pay it back, like our channel, goddamn it. Shout out Styles.